Get in. All right, so welcome to my YouTube channel again. So we're gonna do a little bit of a recap of the events, like each event, show you some footage, and yeah, that's it. And I made Maddie come in the video with me because it's always just me sitting here talking. And one thing we do well, I don't know if we'll do it any good on camera, but one thing we do well is we usually kind of like bounce stuff around a little bit and have like different perspectives that I think is valuable. So yeah, we're just gonna go through the event. So let's start. All right, I'll start with the order that we did it. So first of all, originally I thought that the workouts were gonna come out each day. So they ended up giving them all to us in one go, but they had a cutoff for submission. So the 1 and 2 had to be done, had to be submitted in day 1, to 3 and 4 on day 2, and 5 on day 3. But you could obviously do 5 early if you want, because you've got plenty of time, but then you're doing more workouts in a short period of time. So everyone could do that how they wanted, which was kind of cool. I didn't like think about it too much. Nick, my coach, gave me an order that he thought would kind of make sense and I could change it, and then I made some calls based on our time zone and like what it looked like for us. So I ended up doing event 4 first, which was the 4RM front squat. I think most people got that over and done with because GHDs ruin front squats, and like just pulling everything would have just made it like so much worse, even pistols. Then I did event 2, so the GHDs. Then I did 3, which was the fast, sorry, no, not 3, 1. I did 1.
Yeah.
I did 1. Third one. So, and then I did event 1, and that was all on Friday. We didn't have Scotty that day, so we were able to like kind of bang him out, get more done in that day. And then on Saturday morning, I went in and I did event 3, so that I could hand that in on time. And then we kind of made the call. Zeke and I were like maybe going to do it, do the final event 5 on Saturday, or do it first thing Sunday morning. And we ended up picking our family and social life instead of doing the workout. And we went to the beach and he went to lunch and did stuff, and we were like, stuff it, let's just come in early, do it first thing Sunday morning. And
in hindsight, that was a mistake.
In hindsight, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
We should have done it that day on Saturday, because the DOMs from everything on Friday kicked in real hard. And yeah, just like the general, I was feeling like pretty crook, like just a bit sick in my stomach, just from like the volume of GHDs and stuff, because I wasn't built up to that just yet. So overall, the overall order of things that I would change, I would do the front squat first again, and then I would potentially still do the GHD one next, maybe even event 1, but I would have done event 5 before event 3, because I felt really good in that one, in the wall ball row, like it was fine, and that snatch workout wouldn't have affected that. In saying that, that would be if I was trying to place high, which I wasn't trying to do. So for what I'm trying to accomplish right now, it was actually really good that we did it that way, because I was so sore, like I had such sore legs, like I said, just not being conditioned to that volume just yet. And so it was like perfect testing to like that snatch workout. They were like my worst snatches I think I've ever done. But I'll get more to that in a second. For the way of training and where I'm at right now, and not like putting too much mental energy behind like strategy and doing all this and that, and just showing up, having some fun, getting it done, I think it played out exactly how it needed to. Okay, yeah, so that's the overall like what the weekend looked like. Right now it's Monday morning. I'm still really sore, to be honest. Where I'm at in training, I've been focusing more on my aerobic capacity and doing a lot more aerobic stuff, a lot more running and riding and all that kind of stuff. So my engine, my tank, and my ability to breathe is really good, but I haven't been training a lot of that volume just yet, which will start more so now leading into the next stage of regionals or the semifinals or whatever you want to call it. I also, a couple of things that I haven't dialed in yet and I'm not too worried about is like, I'm good with my supplementation. I've been amazing with like my mobility. I've put a lot more energy into that like doing my run was every single morning I like get up early and do that, and extra mobility work. So they're two things I've done really well. The supplementation, but not necessarily my nutrition and the actual like quantified nutrition. So quality's good, quantity and like the right numbers and calculations hasn't been amazing. So yeah, and I didn't really do anything different. Like I forgot food over the weekend. We kind of ate out a couple of times. Like I didn't worry about it too much. So that's like stuff that is really good, room for improvement, moving on to the next stage. But again, I didn't want to put too much mental weight on this one. I just wanted to like get it done, do what I can do and move on. So then each event, so I'll go in order of what I did it, maybe, order if I did it. So first one, event 4 RM front squat. I spoke to Nick and Nick said, don't grind. So don't go to a maximum. Like it'll take a toll. There's no need right now type thing. Focus is on, you know, doing a good job, but just kind of qualifying. And yeah, so I built up with sets of 2, until I got to like a fairly heavy-ish weight, which was, and the goal was to do only 2 sets of 4. So I did 265 pounds for a set of 4 easy. Like easy as in wasn't going to fail, little bit like slower in the last rep, I guess, but like fine. And then I was like, all right, I said I was only going to do 2 sets of 4. So I jumped up with the plates that I had and went to 276 pounds. Did first 2 reps easy. Third one was kind of grindy. And I remembered I was like, I'm not going to grind. I'm not going to max out. I went down for the 4th one. I was like, I'm going to have to like peel out of this one. So I chucked it on the floor and just left it. I was like, 265 is a respectable number. I'll save building up and grinding out and all that kind of stuff for later on.
Could have easily done like a 270 or something to hit a little bit higher if you wanted to as well, but there was no really
like I could have.
You knew that number was going to be pretty good.
Yeah, if I was like playing the game, I would have stripped back, done 270, you know, maybe placed a little bit higher, got a bit of a better lift, but I was just not worried. It was kind of good. Yeah, so I just kind of moved on, and I was like, it's not worth like hurting myself or risking that or anything like that at this stage. So that one was pretty straightforward.
Yeah. You're not playing the world either. You're just playing Oceania.
Yeah,
so
like that's something.
Justify where you'll sit within that top 30 as opposed to the world. So it makes it a little bit easier to gauge when you're only trying to aim for one part of the whole. Yeah,
and I think like from the outside looking in, for a lot of people, they don't quite understand that. Like our goal is at the moment, you know, is I have to play to my location. Like I'm in the Oceania leaderboard and I do quite well there. So yeah, there's just no need to like go out of my skin. It's a really long season, and you know, it would only just be trying to like boost my ego, which is not even healthy. Like to boost your ego early in competition is not great for later on. Like you're better having a little bit of a hit to the ego that gives you a bit of fire for the next stage. So yeah, if you can like learn to tame that as a competitor, I think it's really great. Like some people, everyone has a different purpose. I guess some people want to go out and like make a statement. That's just not where I'm at. And I'm really comfortable with like doing what's right for where we are, like what I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we moved on to the terrible workout. I actually thought I was going to have a lot more fun with it, to be honest, but yeah, it just showed me that I haven't been focusing on that volume right now. And I haven't done anywhere close to 180 GHDs in a long time. So I knew that was always going to hurt me. I haven't quite had the capacity in my abs. Since 2015, I got like a pretty bad like rhabdo in my abs after I had a broken back, couldn't do anything with like an extension for 6 weeks or something for competition, and we went into the regional event and did 100 GHDs straight, and that messed me up pretty bad, and I've just never had the same capacity since. I have to like really maintain the volume or I get like super swollen. So yeah, my GHDs were not not as good as like say the games in September. In September they felt like really good. I was conditioned to that, and I did that 50, 40, 30, 20, 10 like good. And then even my pistols, just the volume. I'm usually really good at pistols, but they were just like that extra depth on a pistol kind of hurt my quads. And then it made my rope climbs really slow. I'm not super amazing at rope climbs, and I just could not lift my knees up. Like my midline was so affected. I was just like kind of snail pace. So I wasn't.
Plus having a kid.
Yeah. Plus
makes that a little bit harder.
My hair.
Makes that a little bit harder too. So.
Yeah. Plus having a kid, obviously, like you have to be really careful for a long time with like that pressure through your abs, and I'm still pretty mindful of that. Yeah, it makes it. I mean, it's hard for anyone. It's definitely hard after you've made space for a human, and everything gets moved around and goes crazy. So, yeah, any mum who did that, you know. So then, yeah, that was just kind of slow. I didn't rest too much. I just didn't move as fast as I normally move. So I just kind of like hustled. I got home. So I went home after that one and did some serious damage control. I got in a magnesium bath. I was like stretching heaps afterwards. I was like seal pose for ages, spraying magnesium on my stomach, like drinking so much water to try and make sure that any like byproduct of that, like that metabolic waste from that workout and tearing muscles was like flushing out, and that my kidneys weren't getting overloaded at any point. Yeah, it was just full damage control. We didn't have much of a break, and then I went back to the gym. So we had to hit that last workout before we picked up Scotty at like 4:30. So yeah, we kind of got all those workouts done between like 9:30 and 4:30. And then yeah, we went back and hit event 1, which handstand push-ups are not classically my strength at all. I think I did okay in this one because the volume was low and it was fast and it was really fun. It was like last one for the day. I was pleasantly surprised at how much I enjoyed it.
Plus you got to go up against Zeke.
Yeah, and I went up against Zeke, and
really
Zeke
helps
is
in those type of workouts.
Yeah, Zeke is really, really good at those movements, and he's like really good at going fast, and I'm always like a little bit more cautious on the start, a little bit more steady, and he's like just a reckless dude, so he just like goes out. So I kind of have been practicing like letting myself get sucked in by his pace sometimes. So yeah, that was super fun. Like we just got to like throw down and race. We were like second for second type thing, and have like a really good like competitive.
Yeah.
It's like a positive. Yes, there's like an energy between different people. Sometimes people have like a not so positive competitive spirit between each other, and it kind of can bring each person down. But I feel like we've got a good. It helps being male and female because we're not direct competitors, but we're also a little bit more chill, and it's kind of like banter competition, which I find I get a little bit more training with men than with girls. Girls get a little bit more.
They're your
well, we're in direct competition,
so
but just like the nature of females in general, a little bit more is like a little bit more like, yeah, it's not as like the dudes are always real chill and just like try and talk smack and beat each other. But that was so fun. The dumbbells were super light, so I was just like trying to go as fast as I could without being like so reckless that my movement patterns were like all over the place and that I was like missing standards, like not standing up the shoulder overhead or something because it was just like really light. But that was like really fun. I think that'd be a really good workout for an affiliate to do. I said that a couple of times. That'd be super fun for an affiliate to do. And just scale back wherever you need to or whatever. But it was a really good end to the day, and yeah, I actually enjoyed that much more than I thought I was going to.
Yeah, it was pretty fun workout.
And then yeah, so day 2, I only had 2 workouts left to do. We had Scotty this time on Saturday morning, went into the gym, and it's like a zoo. It's like Zeke and Loz, their kids, our kid, they're just like running around everywhere trying to like play games and get involved and do whatever. And yeah, we did the wall ball row one, which one of the really fun things I did was like how many times I was like, I'm conditioned to like come up with a plan or a strategy. And every time I was just like, nah, stuff it. I'm not going to strategize it. I'm just going to go do whatever I want, go by feel. If I want to put it down, I'll put it down. If I don't need to put it down, I don't need to put it down. And I ended up just like, yeah, I had no like pressure. And I ended up doing the 120 wobbles unbroken, which in the end I think you really needed to. And then just jumped on the rower and just like, I don't know, I just started at a pace where I said like, I like got to feel fit. I didn't kill myself, you know? I didn't kill myself. I was like, it's just enough to feel like you got a really hard workout in, but you didn't die. Yeah. And I felt like, and then it was really fun, which is also cool because I could have definitely pulled faster earlier for like a longer period of time. I probably could have sat another 100 cals an hour faster probably from the start. But yeah, again, like I was kind of out to have a bit of a better time and just go by feel and enjoy it and not burn out too early.
It was a good, that was probably the first workout that you did that week where it was actually good to take a risk and test to see where you're actually at in those sort of things, like doing the wall balls unbroken and then seeing if you can hang on. So when you come to the next stage, you actually get that ability to know, all right, in a competition setting, I can do this and then go do that. I think if you do that workout and don't take the risk, then it's a little bit harder to know where you're going to be later on, like trying to take it then. So I think doing something extra risky, like going unbroken in the first part, then seeing how that's going to affect it, what the consequences would be and what they aren't. And now you know that you can do that and it's not really going to affect you, which is good to know. Yeah,
and then like you get on a competition floor and like athletes are so different. Like some athletes are better in the comfort of their own gym and then some are better like on a competition floor. I personally am just hanging out to get back on a competition floor. I'm so sick of doing online workouts. It's so much more stressful. Like, so you got her running around and then he's doing like all of the logistics. So like carrying all that weight of the stress plus weight of the stress. I guess carrying all that stress of like the setup and making sure that's all good and that the camera's working and, you know, the measurements are right and all that kind of stuff so that I can like warm up and everything. But then we're like also juggling her at the same time. And it's just so nice to go out on a competition floor and actually see your competitors, have the opportunity to push and race, which is like part of this, like one of the biggest skills of a competitor. Like it's all cool what you can do in your gym, but like what can you do out there when everyone's looking at you and, you know, someone's racing you or sucking you in, like that's a real skill. There's an art to that. And I love that so much more. And I love just being able to walk out on a competition floor and have the plates all set up and everything's done and the judge is ready and you just like leave it all and walk away.
Plus when you're competing, someone's going to be looking after Scotty, so you can prioritise your warm-up and your cool-down and everything else where you don't really get a warm-up or a cool-down when you're trying to juggle a kid and set yourself up and then me trying to set up so I can't look after her while
she wants 300 snacks in your warm up and then she's like cranky about something and then she's like running out the door and it's just like you're constantly like stop start. Whereas like at Rogue Invitational, part of the reason I think I did so well even though I was competing in the middle of the night was because she was in bed and my mum was just staying over at the house with her and we would just go to the gym, so I didn't have to worry about her because she was asleep. And then I could warm up. I just like warm up, do a workout. I could take as much time as I needed and cool down and stretch at the end. And it's those like little 1%ers that really make a huge difference. And when I get them now, it's just a full bonus. Yeah. Like even if in normal training, if I get to like warm up and cool down in normal training, that's huge. Yeah. And then so that was super fun. And then on Saturday we ended up like I didn't eat soon enough. And then by the time we got out, we went and got like some smashed avo and toast and stuff and we were going to the beach. And I was like empty and I was starting to get a bit shaky and feel pretty crap. And the row like stirred up all the toxins in me from the GHDs and the pistols. So I started to feel pretty like sick and I had like kind of stomach cramps and everything all that night and then slept like crap. So we went to the open home. We raced because we were trying to buy a house. So we did that workout and then literally like dumped everyone, like ran, jumped in the car, went to an open home to look at a house, put an offer on a house. And then after all of that went and had food. So it had been like hours and I was super maxed out. And then I had terrible sleep that night because I was like, my brain was like thinking so much about this house and money and like just the logistics of
Yeah.
all the crap of buying a house.
Yeah.
And then I was like freaking out that I was going to stack it on the box the next day and smack my shins. And then she's still putting it in. And then, they just were not getting good. And like, I was like doing the snatches, and I'd said earlier before competition, I should just try and go unbroken, like, because I can, and just see what happens. And then I was like, I don't know if I can do this. Like, I'm so shaky. And then as soon as we started, I was like, look, just like, I've got nothing to lose. I'm going to qualify in Oceania unless something crazy goes down. So I was like, I'll just hold on, and did literally the ugliest power snatches I've done in my entire life. I was stepping forward, trying to get over the line, stepping back. I could barely turn over. I couldn't pull under the bar because my quads were just jacked. And then I literally was just making it over that 30-inch box, which I'm normally pretty good at.
Yeah.
I'm pretty powerful. And I'm like, I was just slow. I was just so slow. I was like, I literally nearly stacked it on my last couple of box jumps. And Zeke and I were like so close, and he was after me. And I caught him because I touched him go to the barbell, and he started doing singles. But then he has like ninja fast burpees.
Plus 30 inches for a guy's like, the chicks are doing 30 and the guys would have been doing 36 if it was the same.
So I think a lot of the dudes like got faster times on that workout worldwide.
Yeah.
For that fact, obviously with the box, but like it just felt, I was just like kind of cooked. But then overall I was like so stoked. I had all this time. I could have technically redone that workout. I had plenty of time because we did that before 10 a.m. on Sunday, and I had all the way till 5 a.m. on Monday. I could have redone that, if I wanted to, and I was like, there's just no point. I would be doing that purely for my ego. I think it leaves a good bit of hunger, and it was such a good test, like we said, to like for us to be in training. Like, you can be really sore and you go into a workout like that and you're just not going to max yourself out. You just pull back a bit.
And the thing was as well, it was the same as the row one before, as you get to do something a little bit reckless and see what the outcome is of that. So when you go into competition next time, if something comes up and it's 10 power snatches at 60 kilos moving into the next part, you know that, you need to touch and go that because it's a short workout that you can.
Yeah, exactly.
And you can do that on your worst day.
Yeah.
So knowing that you can do those two things on your single most worst day is really good thing to know and have in your back pocket when you go onto that last stage. So
yeah, we said that. We're like, we probably should have done like Zeke's like we should probably do event 5 first.
Yeah.
And I was like, it kind of makes sense. I'm like, I think it'll be all right. And I'm like, for score wise, if we wanted to like climb the leaderboard, probably could have strategized. Probably could have strategized a few of those things a little bit better, but I'm stoked. I think it's really good. For me, I'm a real like all in deep thinker kind of person, and it can be like kind of heavy on my mind. So if I can relax for as long as possible in the season and then only turn it on later, I do a lot better. If I am too serious too soon, it just kind of weighs me down. I get pretty exhausted, like mentally exhausted, and I get over it, too early in the season. And plus, like, I've got so much like good distraction going on right now in, my business. We've got some really cool things coming like any minute now with Active, and the team's been kind of carrying me over the last couple of weeks, but like we've got to focus on that. And then, her, like, she's in just like the coolest age ever where we're just having so much fun. Like, she gives you an excuse to go to the beach all the time and just do fun stuff. Like, you have to constantly look for fun stuff to do. And I don't want to miss a single second of that because it's like, it's such a good time. It's hard work, don't get me wrong, but it's such a good time. And then like, we're looking for a new house and stuff. So there's just like so many cool things that I don't want to miss out on. For a competition that's like always so unknown, like it's so, anything could happen. Like every season, like I know anything can always happen, but like every season has changed. COVID happened, like so much stuff. I put my whole self like that and miss the other things that are really, really important to me and things that are like better for our family long term. Like I would just be kind of crazy. So I'm just not willing to like put all my eggs in that one basket anymore. And I just want to see like, how good can I be? Can I still like throw down with the best of the best and have this like cool balanced life where like we're all good, our family's good. And yeah, that's kind of like where we're at. So, but now Maddie's off the hook. He doesn't have to do any more judging for another 12 months. It's such a crap job. And yeah, this week Nick's programmed pretty much just full chill. I'm gonna take a week. He's like, if I feel like doing anything, I can do it. I'm gonna just do like sit on the bike. I'm gonna do some flush out stuff just so that I don't get too sore. I'll run what every day and do like pretty much just like light, sweaty cardio, like really light, and go to the beach, I think, and do my work, like catch up on some work and some really fun stuff. Spend some time with her. Weather here on the Gold Coast is amazing. It's beautiful, it's perfect. We were at the beach for hours yesterday, like kids just playing in the sand, like it was just, yeah, it was super nice. So yeah, I think that's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I didn't really know what I was going to say. I just go through each event, but that's kind of like where we're at anyway. And then we'll get back into some serious training, serious-ish, you know, serious as I want to be. Yeah, I'm so excited to get back on the comp floor at Torreen Pro in like a month's time, and yeah, just crush it and have some fun out with Aussie girls. Yeah. That's pretty much it. Cool. Do you want to add anything?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
We have so much more to say when it's just us, and then we get on camera, we're like, I don't know what to say.
Well, it's been 25 minutes, so that's a fair bit of chatting.
I talk a lot, yeah. Zeke's always giving me shit for how much I talk. I have a lot to say, okay? Anyway, if you want to know anything else on any vlogs or whatever, just comment below, let us know, and yeah, we'll answer questions or whatever. Just let us know what you like, and we're trying to keep bringing these videos out once a week, at least at the moment, as best we can. So yeah, if you want to see when they're coming out, make sure you are subscribed. The world's ending because the sleeve's coming over her head. Make sure that you've subscribed, and you'll see when the videos come out.
See ya.
Done. Bye.